Hope you guys are doing well. Thank you for joining Ryan Jacobson Weather. Let's get right into the forecast for today, as there currently is severe weather occurring right now across portions of Oklahoma and Texas, and that's going to spread eastward today. And we are expecting a large-scale severe weather outbreak this afternoon, going now all the way through Wednesday. This is what conditions currently look like right now. You can see here's that storm right here. Our low pressure is going to be right in here. And there's that line of thunderstorms spanning right now across Texas, Oklahoma, going up into Kansas. These are going to continue to spread east and continue to intensify. And then there's that blizzard conditions starting to develop now across Nebraska, South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the UP of Michigan. Even portions of Missouri could see some blizzard conditions going into today, into tonight, which is just crazy. Let's go right over to what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. So here's the Storm Prediction Center outlook that was just put out a couple of minutes ago. You can see not much has changed. You still have that enhanced risk spanning across Oklahoma, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama. And some of the larger cities in this area include New Orleans, Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Montgomery, Alabama, Shreveport, Louisiana, and Mobile, Alabama. And we still have that 10% tornado risk in place. And there's that hatched area, which means that strong tornadoes are definitely possible. EF2 plus, as it shows the potential for strong and maybe even some long track tornadoes are possible today. The wind threat is also elevated. There's your hatched risk as well, a 30% chance of damaging thunderstorm winds. I would expect a lot of damaging thunderstorms winds out of these storms today, and I would say that's probably, as of now, the most severe threat going into this outbreak. For the severe weather that occurred last night, luckily a lot of the thunderstorms that popped up were in a convective line, so there was definitely multiple reports of damaging winds across that line of thunderstorms. There were some houses and buildings that got pretty beat up. And there's definitely some damage, a lot of power line pulls down and stuff like that, but no confirmed tornadoes as of now, which is good. There's some funnel clouds reported, but no reported tornadoes touching the ground as of yet. And I'm planning on Thursday going through all the severe weather and the storm reports and stuff like that, and showing how this event actually ended up compared to what it was forecasted. So I will give you guys that all update on Thursday. So at the time of recording this video, this is the current look right now. It's 8:11 Eastern Time, 7:11 Central Time. And you can see we have tornado watches right now in place spanning across Oklahoma and Texas, going into Arkansas and eventually into Louisiana. There's actually multiple tornado warnings right now across this front. None are confirmed as of now, but obviously that potential is there, so they have already warned multiple storms for a potential for tornadoes this morning. So I just want to give you guys a quick update on that. And this is all the watches and warnings that are currently in place right now across the U.S., which just shows how large this storm is. You have blizzard warnings for Nebraska, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Iowa, and Minnesota, as blizzard conditions are occurring in most of these states and will continue to occur all the way through tomorrow morning and into tomorrow afternoon. You can see there's winter storm warnings right now ranging across from Minnesota, northern Wisconsin, UP of Michigan, and there's your tornado watches in place with a couple tornado warnings ongoing right now across portions of eastern Oklahoma. And you can see there's winter weather advisories right now for South Dakota, places in Iowa and Minnesota, and even central Wisconsin. And you can still see there's still winter storm watches and warnings and advisories all across the Rockies and in the West. It just shows how large the storm is and how many people it's impacting. Millions and millions of people are being impacted by this large and powerful storm coming through here in early March. So this is the day 2 outlook, and this has been upgraded to an enhanced risk for severe weather. I'm not surprised, as the wind risk has risen with these storms. There's your 30% enhanced risk for damaging winds, and it even has that hatched area, which means some significant damaging winds are possible and can be expected probably from these severe storms. You can see the tornado risk is a little bit lower going into today, just a 5% risk for tornadoes, but I would not be surprised if there still are a few spin-up tornadoes going into tomorrow. I will give you more of an update for tomorrow's severe weather threat tomorrow morning. So just keep checking back for daily updates. I'll update you on the forecast for tomorrow, probably around 9 a.m. or so tomorrow morning. So this is the current look right now at the radar. This is 7 a.m. Central Time. And you can see there's our line of thunderstorms right now going through Texas and Oklahoma. And there's some pop-up thunderstorms in front of this line. And this is where our tornado risk is going to be. If any of these storms can mature themselves fast enough and are discrete, that's definitely going to enhance the risk for tornadoes. Let me push this forward. This is 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m. You can see this front continues to push to the east, bringing that thunderstorm potential obviously further east as well. This is getting to around noon here, and that's where it's going to be. This is where tornado threat is really going to ramp up. As you can see, there's a lot of discrete supercells looking to pop up here in Louisiana and portions of western Texas, and this is definitely going to increase the risk for tornadoes, as a lot of these could be discrete and could have time to grow and mature before they form into a line further eastward. So we're going to be watching the potential on that very closely. This is going into the afternoon. You can see this continues to push eastward, and the threat continues to push eastward as well. Behind this front, there is a possibility for some more thunderstorms to pop up in Oklahoma and Arkansas. These are, however, not really expected to be too severe. Maybe some damaging wind gusts could be possible from these storms, but the severe weather threat is just going to be a lot lower with this secondary line of storms. And you can see this pushes through Mississippi into Alabama, and this is the evening hours, and that tornado threat will still exist this evening across portions of Mississippi, Alabama, and into Tennessee. So this is the current look right now. There's those thunderstorms occurring across Oklahoma and Texas. There's your low pressure located back into Kansas. You can see snow developing across Nebraska and South Dakota. And even portions of Texas seeing some snow this morning, and they were seeing severe weather last night, so that's pretty crazy to see. As I push this forward here, you can see this low pressure starts to cut back in, which is going to strengthen it even more. Look at this, down to a 980 millibar low pressure system around 7 to 8 o'clock this evening. This is one of the strongest storms that the continental U.S. has seen in March. I think the record's somewhere around 970 millibars, so it's getting down there. This is definitely one of the strongest storms the U.S. has seen in March in a long time. There's that line of storms, again, going eastward. And look at this, 973 millibar low pressure. This is around midnight tonight. There's your blizzard conditions, very strong winds. Look how close those isobars are to each other, which is indicating very strong northerly winds coming down, bringing down that cold air. 973, the HRRR model has continued to just show a stronger and stronger low, basically every model run. And look at this, this would be pretty impressive. There's those blizzard conditions ranging all the way from Kansas into the UP of Michigan, with heavy snow breaking out on the north side of this low. And there's your severe weather threat in the warm sector on the southern side of this low. I'll push this forward here, and you can see this continues to track. It'll weaken a little bit as it'll kind of unravel some of the low pressure, but still a very strong and potent low. It looks to be tracking right through Michigan, and you'll see this is Wednesday afternoon. Your severe weather threat goes off the coast. There may be a second line of storms that develops here across central New York and most of Pennsylvania. Some of these could be severe. We're watching the potential for that. This would be kind of a cold core severe weather threat. But there is a possibility for maybe some isolated damaging winds, some hail, and maybe even a brief spin-up tornado or two can definitely not be ruled out of this. And we'll give you more update on that tomorrow. And you can see that the low pressure continues to track into southern Ontario. And then it's bringing in very chilly and cold air behind it, as it'll trigger lake effect showers and snow squalls going into the northeast and the Great Lakes region into Friday. I thank you all for stopping by. feel free to like and subscribe. This is a new YouTube channel, so I'm just starting to try and get it going, and I'd very appreciate it if you share and share it with your friends. And I'm just trying to grow this channel out. So thank you guys all again for stopping by, and I just hope you guys have a great rest of your day.